she's running.
Beautiful. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to set my altimeter. Enter my checklist here.
You bet. Altimeter. I'm going to set mine too.
Check my air brakes. Look at me. Feel good. We're connected to the tow plane. I'm going to check to make sure the controls are free here. Feel good.
Now after your A's, you got 2 B's before you get to your controls, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
right.
I'm belted. Are you belted?
I am belted, yes sir.
And there's no ballast in here.
Excellent.
Those are the 2.
Yep.
Connected to the tow plane. Controls are free. We'll close and lock the canopy in just a moment. Direction of wind is coming right to left, but pretty light and variable. And in an emergency, if we're below 200 feet, we're going to land straight ahead. If we're above 200 feet, we're going to turn right, because that's the best chance of getting a little bit of wind.
That is excellent. Tell you what, let's pop. That's a perfect checklist. Let's pop on the radio there. See the middle instrument on your panel? The left, it says, no, don't turn that one though. Yeah, that'll change frequencies.
122.8.
Okay, and then that button right there, that's good.
Volume
Yeah.
30.
All right, perfect. All right, we skipped canopies because it was warm. So let's go ahead and make sure those are down and last. And before we call, and how do your rudder pedals feel? All right?
They feel good.
All right, and we do have a wing runner today.
Yes.
So we can give him a thumbs up. And we'll wait till he's clear before we
He's clear of the wing.
All right, so everything looks good.
Yeah.
So you may do the radio, and before you do the radio call, visualize what you'll be doing here, right? So you'll be steering with your feet.
Yep.
You'll be having the stick about
Float the nose a
2/3
bit.
of the way back, just to float the nose, and you'll be trying to take off nice and level. So we don't want to touch the tail on the runway before we lift off if we can help it, but you want to be floating the nose.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And cool. All right, back to you, Matt. All yours.
The glider. Rally check.
Rally's ready to go.
We're ready for takeoff.
Double traffic, ride 2 on me off Defiance runway 30, glider into westbound Civil.
Too much trim.
Yeah, just small movements with that trim. Yeah, you'll feel it right away.
I think that was part of my problem on takeoff. I had a bit too much trim. It was pulling too much.
Yep. Remind me to go into this in more detail later, but when the tow plane initially accelerates on the runway,
Yeah.
he flings a ball of air back at us. And so oftentimes a few seconds after we start rolling, that ball of air is going to hit the left or the right wing.
I felt that, yeah.
Yeah, did you feel it?
Yes.
And that's what it is.
I wasn't thinking about what it was.
Right. In fact, I'm going to add that on my list to talk to students about, because I often forget to talk about that. And if there's a slight crossing from the left to right determines which wing it's going to hit. And when it hits that wing, it raises it. So you may have felt this, like someone grabbed your wingtip and flipped
Yep,
it.
that's exactly what happened. My left wing went up.
Yes. Yep. There's nothing you can do about it unless, except be ready for it. And when it happens, you just take the stick and just kind of go, move, keep the wing down.
And it's a 2-move correction. If you only go left with it, you'll kind of go too far and overcorrect.
Yeah, yep. You just move it for that, 1 or 2 second period. That you got that accelerated air over that wing, and then it's back to neutral. Yep.
So I had a little bit of slack rope there, and I felt like that one went okay.
Yep. Should we just now?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, just 1 second. And all right, I have the flight controls.
You have control.
All right, I'm going to put one in.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get too crazy with the weightlessness here.
Okay.
But we are going to dip down a little. Put a little slack in there. And then I'm just going to yaw away. And it comes out. So that's... Alright, I can still feel you there. You're back on there,
Sorry,
right?
I'm back on. Yeah.
All right.
I was shadowing, but a little too hard.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just a couple fingers. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Alright.
And again, once we zoom down and kind of put the toe plane back on the horizon like that, we just push the right rudder pedal and bank a little tiny bit to the left. And then when the rope pulls taut, there's less of a shock.
I remember reading that in the manual about yawing the plane is kind of like a shock absorber.
Yeah, yep. So here we go. Once I ease over, I'm going to give it to you. All right, you got it, man. So right rudder, that's it. Yep, you got it right on the right. Good. And
Now I got to slide over a little, right?
We got to get off tow. We're going to go into the clouds here.
All right. I'm going to check for traffic.
All right. Good deal.
See anybody? Here we go.
Good, nice. I think we're at cloud base, aren't we? I wasn't listening to that.
Pretty close.
All right. Yep, so that, and by the way, anytime you're on tow and you got slack in the line, you can just stand on a rudder pedal, and the golden rule is just move the nose away from the tow plane, right? So if you're a little to the right on tow, push the right rudder and yaw the glider, and it makes you very draggy.
Yep.
And it pulls the slack out very gently. Oh, you got some left, look at this.
Yeah.
It's working. Those eagles weren't just faking us out.
We're making it up.
They weren't flapping when we weren't looking. You can make a circle or two around this area if you feel like it.
Alright, I don't want to get too crazy, but I will do a couple of
Oh, that's right. Yeah, real shallow because I don't think these thermals are particularly narrow. I think the whole area is going up.
real shallow.
Yeah, we're going up
Deploy
there.
traffic.
You can you got a moment, bring the volume down just a 5 clicks or so with a big mount.
Got it.
All right. Yeah, we're right at base as I look around. It looks that way. But anyway, yeah, so and sometimes on tow when when he's giving you a turn, you might get high and outside on the tow.
Yep.
You can just stand on a rudder pedal and then fly back to where you need to be. And there will hardly be any slack gets into the line.
That makes sense because once you start to slip, it really slows you down.
Yep.
You're wasting some of your extra energy without changing your attitude, pitch too much.
Yep. And some pilots or some instructors will teach that if you really get out of shape, open the spoilers. And that'll accomplish the same thing. I kind of prefer to slip.
Well, and slipping means that your nose is pointed away like you want it to be so that there's not so much tension on the line when it gets taut.
Yes, it kills two birds with one stone, yeah. Which is a bad analogy for pilots, I guess. Yeah.
Well, we got a little bit of altitude here. Altitude. You want to do stall from a turn or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Want me to demonstrate the first one?
Yep.
All right. I have the flight controls.
You have control.
I'm going to get going on a southerly heading for no particular reason, except when we do stalls, we lose altitude. We want to end up in the pattern. So for a decent turn stall, you want to be a very shallow bank angle, about like that. Just so enough so the farm fields are moving by in your field of view, just barely. And as I raise the nose, I try to keep that angle, keep that angle, keep that angle, keep that angle, keep that angle. Then when the nose drops, I go 1, stick forward, 2, wing up, 3, nose up.
All right.
And I try to arrest my speed between 50 and 60 knots.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you pointed this way, so we end up in a good spot. All right. You have flight controls now?
I have flight control.
We have just enough altitude to do one.
All right, I'm going to get a shallow bank here.
Perfect. And as you raise the nose, try to keep the bank pretty close to what that is.
Okay.
All the way back with the stick now.
Okay.
And there's your stall right there. We'll call it 1,
Nose
2,
up, wing up,
and then 3. Nose up. Yes. then make a left turn. We'll head back towards the airport again.
All right.
That was good. Very good.
Not too bad. Nose down, wing up, nose up.
Yes. Yep. Break the stall, then level the wing. If you try to do both at the same time, you got a lecture from the examiner about a secondary stall possibility.
Sure, because you're still turning when you haven't recovered yet?
Right, right. Like you're trying. When you think about it, if you actually have the wing stalled and you deflect the ailerons, you're changing the angle of attack by, you could aggravate the stall on the wing with the downward moving aileron.
Now that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll talk in the office about that.
Okay. Now that's something that you would have on a check ride where the examiner is going to say put it into a stall and it returns.
He'll definitely have you do a stall. I'll have to talk to my students to see if he asks for turn stalls or not. But he'll definitely stall. All right, helicopter sounds like it's taking off. I'm going to tell him where we are.
All right, great.
Federal traffic glider X-rays here about a mile northwest, 2,000. We had a couple minutes from now. Left down
So you report MSL when you're on the radio?
Yeah, yep. In fact, it's the only reason we don't set our altimeter to 0 when we take off is that way when we're in the air, we can be on the same page as everybody else in the air. When I was training, we just set the altimeters on 0 when we took off.
Oh.
Made the math a lot easier.
Right. Well, it's only happened once, but there was one time where you look down and you think, oh, it says 2,000, I'm good. But you're supposed to be in the pattern right then.
Yep.
Speaking of pattern, I'm going to head back.
Yep.
Get ready for my downwind gear. I'm at the right altitude.
Yep. Yeah, it can be perfect. I'll go ahead and announce this, okay? Federal traffic glider X-rays.
I got the helicopter to our left.
I'm sorry?
I got the helicopter on the left.
All right, good. Oh, good eye.
Is there one other aircraft on the way in?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So while
I'm
you
going to do my landing checklist
you
here.
bet. Knock it out.
My flaps are set, undercarriage is locked, speed's going to be 60 knots. I'm going to trim up a little bit for that here. Check my air brakes. They look good to me. Keep my hand there for the rest of the flight. Watch my speed. And I'm looking around for traffic, I don't see anything. I'm the glider. So now when I turn base, I'm going to do spoilers at 1 inch while I'm on base. Got some lift going here.
Yeah, we do. That inch on base will come in handy now that we're holding our altitude.
Take it just a little bit wider, buy myself a little bit longer base since we've got
Very smart.
for it.
No wind to speak of today, is there? So
That's right, don't have to lay with that too much. And I'm going to try to hold 60 knots on my last turn. My base to final turn.
right.
Doing my base turn now. I'm going to hold 60 knots.
Beautiful pattern.
Inch on the spoiler. Getting back down to 60 knots here with my pitch.
Alright. And just keep scanning. Runway, airspeed, alignment, airspeed, runway. Very good.
Hold that 60 knots on my turn. A little more spoiler.
Yep.
I'm not quite lined up. I got to go to the right just a little bit here. Speed to 60.
There you go. Very nice.
Ailerons, a little bit more spoiler.
Beautiful.
I'm looking a little long, but that's okay.
That's fine. And remember, just attack that runway. Keep your speed right down to the deck.
Spoilers are a little hot, going to half on them.
There you go. Right there's great.
I like my speed. Slow down just a tiny bit.
Alright, keep your feet in the game. Looking good. Hold it off as long as you can, man. Hold it up. Beautiful hold. Very nice. Very nice. Steer with your feet. Let's go the whole runway.
Alright.
Gently close the
Float the
spoilers.
nose.
Float the nose a little and stay right on the center line. Real picky. Real picky. Right on that white line. A little more to the right. A little more right. There you go. Right there. Right on the center line. And then float the nose a little more if you can. All the way down. This is good practice. I got an eagle over here. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Or a turkey vulture or something. Maybe that's a bad sign. He's like looking at his beak.
Looking for the same thing the FBI is looking for.
They eat hot plates too. Yeah, roll right to the end. See if you
Alright. I'm ready to do brakes.
Yeah,
Ready?
very good. Very good. Wings level to the last drop. And excellent practice steering. Very nice, man. For the record, I did not have to be in the glider on that entire flight. So it's 14 minutes and 26 seconds. I think I started the timer at the right time. Nice.
That felt a lot better. I'm still working on speed on the
Yeah, we all do.
But like you said, kind of fussy about it. Not.
Yeah. And you know, what you, and I think we can probably back taxi. Once you get the nose, I'll get the wing.
Alright.
Even though what you and I were talking about earlier is accurate in terms of, you know, pitches, speed, air brakes, is descent rate. But if you do find yourself fast on final, and you're overshooting your aiming point, go ahead and open the spoilers and fix it, right?
Yep. Well, which is kind of what I ended up doing.
Yeah. And I kind of